Mr. Brett Greensill. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
So Brett's from McGrath Estate Agents at New Farm. Tell us, how long have you been in the industry?
So coming up 25 years in real estate. There's pretty much a tick in every box there for the industry, and some of it's obviously good. I've got a PhD in what not to do.
Yeah.
So, now that I've worked it all out, it's taken a while. We're on a good path, so it's all going well.
Excellent. And tell us about this year. What's your aim? What is your aim for growth? Is it growth? Is it consistency? What are you looking for as a goal?
So good question. So we've been with McGrath now 5 years, and just as a team.
Sure.
So there's 4 in our team. I've got 3 other colleagues. So if I just run through that briefly, I'm the lead agent. Andrea Bailey, who's worked with me now 24 of the 25 years. She does all the marketing and the accounts and runs the ship. Then there's Jermaine Jones, who's been with me 11 years. So he runs me, if you like, to help with the listings and with the operations. He is the champion of the K2X part of the process, because he's the one that's hunting down the leads, or at least putting me in the right direction to make sure that we get them. And then we've got Andrea Crossan, so that's 2 Andreas, just to be clear, and she does all our buyer contacts. So she's the cold caller, if you like. So she's out there on our team calling every buyer who comes through the open houses before we've moved on to the next one, and following down, basically trying to find a list, make a sale. But that data all feeds back into the Excel spreadsheets that Jermaine runs, which ultimately Andrew will be pleased to know gets into Agent Box so that we can run the newsletters and whatnot. So it's a full package. And I don't know, to answer your question a bit more obliquely, I don't know how anyone could do this without some sort of call system. And the K2X is, in my opinion, the best we've seen, for a few reasons, and I'm going over old ground, but you've been a real estate agent yourself, you understand the branding and where we're at. Your focus is on the database stuff, and also it reflects on the type of people that we are. I am the ultimate shiny ball, chasing the last ball bouncing down the street. Every new idea is fabulous and amazing, but unless there's follow through and implementation, unless there's a consistency. So let me just finish on that point with a little story. You can't innovate. You can't be creative unless you understand the basics. So someone has to be doing all of the job. And if somebody's doing all of that stuff, then it allows you to be a little more innovative, which is essential.
Definitely, that's awesome, because there is some agents that will use K2X and then they'll stop doing their prospecting themselves.
Yeah.
Or they will get rid of the lead generator that they had. And it's not about that, like you said, it's about, those building blocks of what's got you there, keep it there so you can grow upon it and innovate. Yeah. Right, that's really good feedback. I think that's really crucial. And it's really cool to hear about the team and the team structure, because I think I've worked with a lot of agents and I think you guys stand out. And I think what I've seen from my end, I know this is testimonial about our business, but a testimonial about you is you both, I feel, have each other's back. Your team seems to be a strong unit, trustworthy, has integrity, and it's honest. And you work, right? I love that. I think that's such a great thing. And you guys have been the ones that really have shone through amongst all of the people that we work with.
Are you serious?
There's a lot of people that are great. I'm not saying that, but you guys are definitely in the top 1%.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And you'd have a wide cross-section and a different perspective too, in a way, about that. So that's great feedback. But if you were just starting out, see, this question comes up all the time, 25 years ago, what would you do differently? And it's so absurd in a way, because, days on market were calculated by how quickly the Kodak camera faded in the sun, because you could tell looking in the window whether it had been on the market a little while. I mean, just an absurd nonsense that doesn't exist anymore. Whereas now, to be successful in real estate, you must be in a team. There's just no capacity to be otherwise, because as you say, the jobs are all full-time jobs. So if you're going to do prospecting, that's a full-time job. If you're going to manage your vendors, that's a full-time job. If you're going to do all your calls, I mean, on a Saturday, we can see 100 people. If you're going to make all those calls 5-star calls so that you can chase down every offer that's available in the marketplace, so you can genuinely look your client in the eye and say, no stone has been left unturned, vendor, and here is the best offer. You can only do that if everybody's doing their full-time job. So, this notion that, you can start your own and then be successful without doing it that way, I just got to put a stop to that. It's just not possible.
Yeah, 100%. So true. So you've been using us for a little while now, and I'm really grateful for that. What differences have you seen? I mean, you've touched on it, but like, is there anything specific that you could note down that has been of value to you?
So I've come at that in a couple of different ways. One is, I love that Jermaine champions it so effectively, so that the quality of the data is not subject to my memory or the vagaries of my attention span, which is shorter than a gnat's. So that's important. There is the full-time nature of this part of the role that is being dealt with, and being professionally dealt with. So that's something that we couldn't do without. But in terms of what it is that you do, we like that it's that the feedback that I get from a client is that it's like an extension of our own team. You're part of the team too. So I don't have any hesitation when somebody says, "Oh, I had a call from your office." I don't say who or whatever. Like, I know what's being said is on board with and consistent with our value set too.
Fantastic. There we go.
Yeah.
And from starting with us and sort of, spend to ROI, what have you seen?
So, that's for others in the team to answer numbers wise.
Yep.
So I'll answer it from this perspective. When I've got a listing that I thought I would never get, and it happened by your follow-up rather than my follow-up, and I think I'm pretty good at that, but really consistently followed up so that they rang and they engaged with us and tell me that it was because of our follow-up, and that's your follow-up, that they listed that I think the return is there in one go. And let's put it into perspective. I've run offices and I've had teams and I've employed lots of people, but your cost is fee for service is so efficient. If I employed somebody, at twice the cost of you, I'd have to talk to them, I'd have to engage, I'd have to, develop them as people, I'd have to train them and understand and listen to them. Like all of that extra stuff, that actually is a distraction both to me and to them for the fee that really, for the service rather that really is being performed for the fee. So in terms of the return on investment compared to employing somebody, it's like infinitely better. Fantastic,
thank you so much. And last question, if someone was sitting on the fence, looking at this video, looking at you talk right now, and they're thinking about using K2X, what would you say to them?
I'd answer the question by saying I'm not a follower from that perspective, but I do try everything. Because I like being at the front of technology and of service and of opportunity. And so now when it comes to the K2X and the calling, to not do it would be last generation thinking. So we are already into the next phase of artificial intelligence supplementing and augmenting the reality of what we do. And if they're still wondering about having a call service working for their database, then they are mired in a past that's already over. And so I don't get it. I don't know how to communicate with those people either.